Truth Music Radio.
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 TruthMusicRadio.com.
Yes, people. Here we go again. Another landmark, another milestone. And I tell you what, this one is definitely a milestone because this brother been, we call it, in today's world, them call it dinosaur. But we say the guy been around almost say ancient of days because he's been around for a while now. You know what I mean? He's been doing his thing from out there. He's not new to what we're going to talk about. This is, music and all. This is nothing new to him. So right now, we're going to introduce you right here on Truth Music Radio. We call this one, this is a new program we're doing, or whatever you call it, called Raw Talent. You understand? So we're going to introduce to you none other than Maryland finest, top man himself. Look who's here. Benjamite. Wagwan King, man.
Yeah, man, blessed man. One love to all nations and tribes. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Every time. Brother, every time I see your locks, I get longer and longer.
Well, I want to say, if we never take off a couple inches off a couple years ago, that touched the ground like yeah, man, Marley, brother. Trust me.
For real?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, a long time. It's been a while, bro. It's been a while. What's happening? What's going on? How is Benjamite these days?
Well, we're here just holding on, still trying to push the Most High message. I even going even harder at this time, but we're here trying to just hold on to what's going on, because this is a very serious time right now. And it's lockdown and quarantine messing with a lot of people's mind, even people like us who come out here doing music and try to strengthen the brothers and sisters. We're going through the same struggle that they're going through, but we just have to just keep on track, knowing that the mission that we're put here to do, and just try to overcome all of that. So we're here just holding on, to just sum it all up.
Yeah, man, because I mean, I'm sure, especially, your neck of the woods is it's mad chaotic right now, especially with all the election or the selection.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
I mean, what's the temperature like in that, what's going on with that?
Well, for right now, since everything is on standstill with the recount, everybody just waiting to see, what's gonna come out from it. But everybody, it's just sad to see where the people are today with all the knowledge, that's been passed around, and to see where people's mindset is today, how easily they are manipulated by the media and can't really see for themselves. It amazed me. Even during the time of the election, just speaking to people and watch the whole vibration with people. And I can't believe it. Sometimes I just thank the Most High God for the truth. Even though from back home in Jamaica, I was never a part of politics. Because we see them come to the community during the time of election and make all these promises and never come through on them. So I already gave up on politics. But to see all the things that's going on today, as I said, the knowledge that's been tossed out on the internet, showing the whole structure of the earth, surprised me to see people really follow this politics thing, especially Bible believers, especially Christians, to see how they involve in it. It's crazy, my brother. I promise you. It's crazy.
I mean, one of the ironic thing you just bring out a while ago is so-called believers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So-called believers, because them still, and I would say believers because they believe in the politics. You understand? They're still thinking that these people gonna do something miraculous for them. These people gonna, I mean, it's just like them celebrate Trump defeat or so-called defeat so much till it's almost like Biden is the Lord and Savior.
Mm-hmm. And that's the questions I ask people today, because the way I speak about the politics, a lot of people thought that I was actually a Trump supporter, but I'm not a Trump supporter. I was just trying to make an example. But for some reason, if you're not speaking as if you're with Democrat, then you're automatically a Trump supporter. So
Yeah.
a lot of people were coming to me like they were saying, "Oh, we won," like as if I lost. And I'm asking them like, okay, so what should we expect now?
Mm.
You know, because so what should we expect now? But what I've noticed by talking to a lot of people, I don't think a lot of the people, especially here, what I'm seeing, I don't think they have much faith in the new president elected. I think they just wanted Donald Trump out of the office
Yeah.
so bad. I think even Kanye West could have even won the election.
Yeah. I
That's so
realize.
bad. Because
Yeah.
when I spoke to people and why they wanted Donald Trump out of office, it was nothing about schooling, education, finances, economy. It was nothing about that. It was all personal. Nothing really makes sense, you know? And like I forgot, I was watching a class with Elder Akar, and Elder Akar was saying that when white people go out and vote, most of them, they're really voting for something. And that's why sometimes some switch from Democrat to Republican because of what they're looking for in a politician. But for this election, it was just all emotion and just the media has swayed the people's mind into this. It's crazy. But we shall all see what the new guy shall bring for them. We shall all see.
Yeah, man, he might bring the vaccine fast at all. he might bring the vaccine. That's what he might bring. And boy, I don't. But you know what? That's for them business. Let's deal with the more side business now.
All right.
Boy, you know what? I saw was it in the lockdown with this whole what name this George Floyd brother and the madness and the pandemonium, the confusion that was going on. And boy, I see you bring out a hit and I said to myself, that's a hit. That tune there, I don't even know the name of the tune. I assume it's I Can't Breathe.
Yeah. All right.
You understand? And me hear the tune and I was like, at first, I think when I first heard the tune, I didn't think you finish it because you was doing those bits and pieces of it. And you said, boy, you get a new inspiration and you was talking about it. And you drop a bit of the hook still and I'm like, yeah. And then I think it's probably about a couple of days or a week later. It wasn't more than a week later. I see you come out with the full thing. I said, what? My act working, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you're doing the thing as usual and me like that tune. I really like that song.
For real.
You know? I mean, I can assume that probably is the whole George Floyd thing kind of give it an inspiration, like, you know, but that song for me personally, it have twofold to it. It have the physical side and it have the spiritual realm to it where, you know, where it's not necessarily physically they're holding us down in bondage and, you know, have their feet on our neck, but it's the spiritual bondage as well. What says you?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was really about, to be honest. And then to look at every time something happened like this, we see our people go out and protest. We look back from history, we realize that we've been doing this for hundreds of years. So I said, if we were supposed to just join the bandwagon and just keep saying, I can't breathe, they're oppressing us, it wouldn't help our people. So when me and my friends sit in the living room and we'll talk about the situation, we'll talk about the solution, I said, our people really need to know why they're going through what they're going through, what is the solution. Because I have been from learning Christianity since I was a child and transforming to Rastafarianism and then coming to the truth. Most of the religions that I've studied, I've tried to be involved with, never gave us this solution as if that we are a chosen people is because we have broken the covenant with the Most High while we're in this situation. And when I look and I see this big uproar going on all over the world, that's when I said, no, would be the right time to, you know, put the song out and just give it the title of what they're saying as their slogan, I Can't Breathe. So maybe this will send a message to them other than what they're seeing out there, you know. So that was the whole idea behind the song, just opening up a lot of people's eyes. And to tell you the truth, a lot of people who are not in this truth really reached out to me and said, yo, this song was an eye-opener. I was surprised. to see some people like Christian people who actually related. A lady wrote back to me and she said, boy, this is the truth, because her whole life she was trying to figure out why we were suffering, why we were going through what. And she said, this is a great eye opening. And then I said, my job is done. That was the whole mission of this whole song, to bring something else to the table so our people can see. So
me always wonder as a music person who I play music and thing. I'm not an artist or anything like that. I mean, I'm an entertainer and whatever. But one of the things we may go ask you, how did you find the melody? How did you find that? I know, okay, you can write lyric, but how do you actually the melody? How do you the style in which you sing it? How do you get that? Because I mean, you take a song from an event and turn it into a vocal.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get that inspiration, bro?
Well, to be honest, you said the right thing. Inspiration. I mean, I was inspired by something, and that was, to be honest, is the most I. Because there was a time when a guy asked me, like back then in Jamaica, was Donnie Browning, famous producer, asked me. He said, how you write your song?" And I tell him, I said, it's just the vibes. It's just, I give all the credit to myself. I was saying it's just me. But what I've noticed is this now, like you said, I will have the concept of the song, but in order for me to get the melody, I have to do something like it's upwards, if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm thinking about it, it's like my mind, my thoughts is opening up to receive the melody. I literally think all the melody comes from God. I think sometimes I can say with certain songs, I might hear something that I might inspire, but this particular song and many other songs, the whole inspiration musically is from the Most High. Even the beat that came for the thing was all of the Most High. I promise you.
So do you actually make your own beat? I mean, do you produce your own material?
Yeah, most all right, I would say 99.9% of the songs that I do are my beat. But so all the slow gospel songs here I do, the truth music, those are from other producers. But all the other beats are pretty much mine. Especially the last album I just did, Walk by Faith. All the beats, all the instruments are here. And going all the way back to when I just started. Yeah, but just the softer side ones I use from other producers.
Okay. So I mean, when is your best writing hour? When would you say, Benjamite, this is my time, this is Benjamite time, where I plug into the Most High and do that connection and get that inspiration and download all of the stuff from the Most High, the information. When is the Benjamite hour of writing?
All right. When I was back in Jamaica doing music, in the morning I would say that's the best time for me. But once I had children, once I start having children and they're running around and they're dropping off and picking up, my best time is like 8 o'clock onward. I work at night in the studio. I'll be in there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what everything's quiet, everybody's asleep. Yeah.
Studio time is night hours.
Night hours for me, the best time. Everybody's asleep, my mind is clear and it's just peaceful, and I just go through. Yep, that's the best time. I'll get the concept even driving or tying my shoe, the concept will come, but I won't work on it until when I go home and just mellow down, like, yeah, this is the time. Peace and quiet.
Do you ever actually like have a song or a style in your head, and by the time you get home, you can't remember it? You're like, oh my gosh, I just had it. You get that and you lose it, and then
That used to happen until they gave us cell phone with recording. Huh? You understand?
Yeah.
In the middle of traffic, if I was supposed to go through my phone and show you some of my, when ideas come to me, you will see most of them are steering wheel is in the camera.
Okay.
I just start recording, right away. Anywhere it come to me now, even if I'll get up and go to the bathroom, just so I can hum it, and then when I go home, I'll try and figure it out. But it used to happen to me back then, and I used to hate that, man. And there's times when there was a day I was thinking about all the elders, and I was thinking about Elder Carr and Brother Law, and I was thinking about the responsibility that these brothers have, administering to such a big church worldwide, and even the other elders them from the smaller churches. So I came up with a concept. The song was called Pray for the Elders, right? A prayer for the elders. And brother, I sang my heart out, and guess what? It was a photo. Instead of me clicking record audio, I took a picture.
You took
Man, and I could not. And this happened to me like last year.
Yeah.
And up to this day, the melody did not come back to me. And brother, that was a big loss, man. And that for the longest time, it's the first that ever happened to me, man. And I tell you, the melody for the song and the words that I had at the moment. So, but once bitten, twice shy. You know what? I make sure I'm in record now. Trust me.
Sorry, so hey, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny you said that, because I do video. I'm a videographer, right? And I do music videos and different things, as you know. And it was. This is funny. I was doing this video. I was doing a music video, and I had this guy singing out his life and performing and everything. And the man, and at the end of it, I say, yeah. When I look, it wasn't recorded. but guess
Yo,
what?
I'm telling you, man. Trust me.
Listen to the funny thing about it. The guy said to me, he goes, yeah, man, it feels good enough. So he said, let me have a look. So I said, no, man. I said, do it again, man, because me never like where you stand up. The man said, no, man, look at that one. I said, no. Just do it again. The man said, bro, don't tell me you didn't even record it, man. I feel like you didn't record it. I have man singing. You have me singing, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell him it was. Listen, it's not a nice feeling. You're pressing it, but you're so excited you didn't even check back to see the numbers moving.
That's what it is.
I was so upset. And so you have to do it again. You know what I mean? So I guess you said your studio time is mostly midnight where you record.
I'll say like around 8 o'clock. Mostly 8 o'clock. 8:30,
like okay. Like early even, really. Early night.
Yeah.
Well, dark.
Yeah, and then go all the way back, especially if it's weekend, Sunday, so I'll go all the way to 2, 3 o'clock. Especially if I'm working on a project, I'll be there till 2, 3 o'clock.
Okay. So what's the latest you have now? What you got? What you have on the street? What's the word on the street? What you got? Because I know you have a album. Because I was watching the that video Christchurch, and is that on your album?
No, it's actually a solo. It's a solo song.
That's not an album. Single. Okay, so when did you release that?
Single. That song, I think I dropped that song around January. The actual song, and then the video came out, I'll say around April. The video came out around April of this year, yeah. So that was when I dropped that. But I actually dropped 4 songs after that too. I don't know if you saw those. New Jerusalem, Mark of the Beast, and We Shall Overcome and Feel That Love. Those songs got put up like 3 months ago.
Okay.
And let me get a chance to say this to the brothers and sisters real quick. If any one of you brothers already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go on there and click the bell. YouTube is unsubscribing people from my channel. They're freezing my play count and they're not allowing people to see my music. So if you are a fan on the page, please just click the bell so you can get notification to the message. Because I've been fighting a war with YouTube for the past 2-3 years, and I'm telling you, if it wasn't love of the music and the mission, I would have given up already. I think that's what they're trying to do, but I'm just gonna still keep pushing.
Cause they do the same thing to me now. Every time every now and then, me have about 3 or 4 channels, because every minute them shut me off. Then someone just jump on the next one and keep. It's like it's like a hide and seek with me on YouTube.
Yeah.
You understand? So just give out your social media. You have Instagram and all that?
Yeah, YouTube is Benjamite Brown, and Instagram is the same thing. Facebook is Benjamite Brown, and it's the same thing with YouTube. On I'm sorry, I'm mixing it up. You Instagram and Facebook is Benjamite Brown. YouTube is Benjamite Tweeta Bird. So that's the only three that I have for right.
Okay. So yeah, the album. I was talking about the album. When did you drop the album?
The album was released last year, July. I think it was July 7th last year. The album was released. But the album for me, it went unnoticed. Since I give thanks for the support with it, but it went unnoticed in a sense because like I said, my issue started with YouTube around 3 years ago.
Okay.
Not even allowing people, yeah. And I can definitely see the drop in the play.
Yeah.
For the past year. They really have done that. But it's been out almost a year now and change now since it's been out.
Okay. So where can we actually find your album?
It's on iTunes and all of the digital platforms. It's up
It's on
there as
Amazon and all
Walk by Faith. Yeah. It's on the that's the first one I actually put up for sale. So that's the only one they actually gonna find it. But it's on all the streaming platforms. I just reinstated the contract for another year for them to keep it up there again for another year. So. It's Walk by Faith.
That's the name of the album?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, man. Because, boy, trust me. I mean, give me a piece of my song, no, man. Take your neck. I'm going to take your knee from off your feet from off my neck or something like that.
I can't breathe from my neck, remove your knees. When I free, while the shackles are off our feet, I can't breathe. From our neck, remove your knees. When I free, even though the shackles are off
Music Radio.
Truth Music Radio.
TruthMusicRadio.com.
Truth Music Radio.
Truth Music Radio.
Truth Music Radio.
TruthMusicRadio.com.
Go on again, Mr. Selector.
Yeah, man. I can't breathe. From our neck, remove your knees. We're not free. Even though the shackles are off our feet, I can't breathe. From our neck, remove your knees. We're not free. Even though the shackles are off from the slave ship, straight into the matrix, where they sold my people for a profit, where they sold the old and the young, and we forgotten what we do when they brought us to a new land. Educating us was a part of the exclusion. Baby 3 years old, they be put on the plantation. And so they set my people free. They face separation and pain, many people died. Separating family, many people cried. Yeah, man. This atrocity for my people worldwide, still they wonder why.
Ooh.
From Martin Luther to Malcolm X. Yeah, man.
Mad. You mean?
Yeah,
about, hey, it's that tune, eh? I can breathe from my neck, remove your feet. I was trying to remember that part. That's a big tune. The first time I heard it, I think it was on Facebook. I saw it, and you were talking about it. And it was like you sang just a short little piece still.
Yeah, man. That's
like a little teaser.
That's all I had. That's all I had at the moment was just the hook. I can't breathe. And I was like, yo, I was so excited. I said, I have to share this with the brothers and sisters.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was good, bro. Because I was listening, and then I said, I wonder how long you'll take to put on the rest of it. Because you just have the little nose. So when you full out the body, full out the rest of it, make we have something to listen to. And when me hear you come out and start to do your thing, I say, yes, sir. It was good.
Table conversation.
Yeah, man. And you know the next song I'm going to hear to is Whose Church? Christ Church. Whose Church?
Oh, that one.
Yeah, man. You have to give a piece of that to man, because, Yeah,
because once we came into the truth, when I come into the truth, I didn't see that much churches out there, And after looking at all the doctrines, I see so many different doctrines, and I see this uprising with all these people saying that Christ is not real. And I'm looking at it, and by me understanding what Christ came into the earth to do. You know, I'm like, these brothers missing the big picture. So that's what really pushed me to really write that song, you know. And then I said, I'm not going to just talk about the true community with her, but I'm going to involve the Christian community, because the first verse was for the Christian. They said, saying that you follow Christ, but you don't keep no laws. Saying because he was crucified, we should forget about them all. I see you playing church on Sundays, and some on Saturdays too. But when it comes to keeping them laws, you just don't have a clue. You're not getting in the scripts. Philosophy comes off your lips. You're not breaking down prophecy, so the ears can't hear and the eyes can't see. You're not teaching the Father's work. You're only taking money from the poor man purse. I'm gonna ask you once again. Tell me who's church? Whose church? Christ's church. Whose church? Christ's church. And the second verse now is actually for the pastors. And again, we're talking about the gospel of prosperity. It's a lie straight out of the devil's mouth. Pastors living like celebrity. They and the Father will work it out. Playing change with the people's soul. In the world, it is so cold. Reputation take control and then you don't know where to go. You're not getting in the scripts. Philosophy comes off your lips. You're not breaking down prophecy, so the ears can hear, eyes can see. The third verse now, this is for the Hebrew community who don't believe in Christ. When we say that some of them don't believe that Christ walked the earth, you know, and that there's a story of his birth is fake, and you know, so that was pretty much for them, you know. So it was just trying to spread that message in that area.
Okay.
But the instrumental that the Most High gave me when I came up with the song, I said I need to go back to one of them old school Jamaican gospel, you know, music, and that's where the whole concept come up. And believe me, when I finish the beat, I have to give praises to the Most High, because you know, you have some people who walk in the studio and like the professional players, and they just know what they're gonna do. Sometimes I'm at the drawing board, like don't even know where to go, left, right. I don't know where to start, to be honest, because I would just record the voice with the metronome, tick, 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 and that's all I have. Who's church? And then I'll sit there like, where should I start? Confused, literally confused. And the Most I just, I'm telling you, man, all glory and honor be unto the Most High.
You have to, man. You have to, brother. Because I mean,
serious.
Even all right, even the beats, right? How? I mean, I guess it's almost hand in hand the same as the lyrics and the melody of the song. I mean, I know you have the beat, you have the melody, you have the lyric. Which one you find is the most complicated? Which one you find is the most challenging?
The beat, because a lot of people don't know. I'm not a professional player. I started playing the piano very late in my life. Very, very late. I've always admired, like when I used to perform, I used to always just watch the keyboard player. But I started playing in my 20s. So I'm still not a professional. So like the ability that the studios give us today, where you can just play a part and play another part, that what make it more easier for me. I watch like Jeremiah Gang, I watch like Rash. These brothers are professional players.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere close to these brothers.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere close to these brothers. So that's why I said when I was making that rhythm blues church, I'm starting to make the rhythm, I was confused. I didn't know where to start. That's why I have to give praises to the Most High. You know, so I would say making the beats is the hardest part, especially for songs like those and gospel. If it's a dance hall or a little old school, those are easy. But when it comes to making gospel music and those type of things, yeah, that is very, very complicated. When I sit back and listen to the finishing touch, I'm like, thank you to the Most High. Yeah.
So I mean, you start off with just a sound, and then you have to fit in. It's almost like a puzzle where you have to fit this in and all the flares and all of whatever make up a song, the beat of a song.
Yeah, because the hardest part about it is to construct the beginning of it. Because you have a thing they call overdubbing. Overdubbing is like after you finish singing the song, you just go back and play the instruments wherever you have a little gap. You can hear it. So that can come along, but the hardest part is to construct the main construction,
the foundation
instrument. Yeah. So what I do, and I realize Timberland do the same thing too. I literally make sounds and record it on my phone.
Mm.
I will literally like boom, 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 like that, and then I'll actually go in the studio
Okay,
and
okay.
that's what I do. And I was surprised when I saw Timberland in a video doing the same thing. I would never expect a professional player to do that. I thought that was just an amateur player, but that's there. But constructing the beat from the scratch is the hardest part. I will tell you that.
So which is first, the beat or the song, the lyric?
Sometimes it depends because sometimes some songs are inspired by the beat. So the beat can come first. I'll make a beat, just go in the studio freelance and make a beat, and then a melody will come, I'll sing on the song. And there's times that I'll have a song and then have to find the melody to come onto it. So it varies at times. Depends
Because
on the vibe.
it's weird because I was talking, my daughter is an artist and she sing, and the other day she and I was talking and I asked her the same question. I said, do you sing to the beat or you write the lyrics? Because she's always writing songs, especially now in the lockdown, the COVID time. She seemed to write a lot of songs. So I said to her, how, okay, you put pen to paper and you write all these songs. So do you build a beat for the lyric? She said most producers here, they can't build, or I'll put it another way. They don't build beat for a song. It's like the song, they make the beat and then you have to sing
Mm.
to the beat,
Mm-hmm.
basically. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
in Jamaica, a man will have some lyrics and somebody will build something around that. You understand? But no, she's saying,
Yeah, a lot of.
yeah, go
No,
on.
go ahead.
Okay.
A lot of. No, go ahead. It's a delay between us. That's why. But go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What she said, right? If they I think most of these, I was saying to her, it's like I find it even here, just a prime example, just off the topic a little bit, where in Jamaica they say you fix a motor vehicle, right? If your exhaust or your muffler blow or drop off or whatever, they will fix it. Or they will fix a tire, they will fix your engine. But here, they change it. They don't fix nothing, they just take it off and put on a new one.
Yeah, put on a new part. Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the music. They don't make, like, you listen to a lyric or a melody and then you try and build something. They just say, you know what? No, I have this and you have to work with this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
This is what I've noticed. There was a guy at church one time. He played the piano very, very well. I said, oh, this guy can play real good. So I brought him to the studio, and I was singing a song for him to, and he said he couldn't do it. He said he couldn't just make a rhythm from scratch to somebody singing like that. And that's when I realized that even though some people can play back, like your daughter said, a lot of people just can't really have you sing. They'll just make a beat and somebody just come in and just do a song to it. So I guess that's the way it is. Yeah, I like to construct the beat from scratch sometimes, for the song.
It's almost
Mhm.
like one of the things I've noticed as well. Like back home where an artist will perform on any beat. An artist will have a song and you give him a beat and he just perform. Here,
Mhm.
a man have to go through him selection and get a beat. You can't give him just any beat and him,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's so natural.
Is
Even
it times?
yeah, go on, bro.
Is it times? Because back then you wouldn't have a choice. Like if you look at where dancehall coming from, when they in the dance, they'll play a song, they'll flip it over, and then 10, 15 person would just sing songs on it. Back then you didn't have a choice. You said play this, play that. You just have to go on that. But now because of the home studio and all of this make it so easy. That's why some of the artists it's like that. Can't really go on certain beat. I see that for myself. I see that. A lot of people just can't come out of their zone to do
And,
anything else.
and the thing is, I've realized is you find they actually can't even just a beat on its own. They play back the song and sing over it. Even some of these big artists, I
Yeah.
watch them, they sing over their own. I'm thinking, if I wanted to hear the song, I would just play it myself. Why would you come and sing over the same song? Just,
Because they
perform
can't.
live. It's a live show.
They can't do it. They can't do it. That's the problem. They can't do it because some of the brothers in the studio, they use so much effects on their voice. And even part they use even if your voice strained, they can fix it for its own. Then live, they can't do it. That's why they do that.
Okay, I got you. I always wonder why. Come in Jamaica, they use live band. They use just like what you see Jeremiah Gang using band. So you have no choice but to push forward your talent. You know what I mean?
Right. But a lot of them, not to throw shades, a lot of them are not really musicians. It's happening on something, not really true musicians who love music and doing music. That's what it is.
Because I mean, artists like yourself, you've been on the stage, you've been, you've been doing your thing forever, and definitely a fan. And I've said this before, where when you hear of Tweeta Bird, he's not somebody because he's in the church now. He's trying to do something. He's trying something. No, this brother been around. This brother been on the stages. This brother been on the tours. This brother. Me even have one of them vinyl. I sorry I never bring it in the house. Me have a vinyl with Tweeta Bird from back in the days. From I'm talking about this vinyl. I'm talking about between 89 90. It was with you and with you and Pinchers and the
tour
album. Yeah, man. See, and it was like, whoa. So this music is nothing new to you. You've been on the other side and you move over to this side, doing it the right way, the Most High's way. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the Most High pleased. The Most High pleased because for the link and the people and the giants that you was around, and you was a giant yourself out in the world doing your tour, doing your thing. And before I ever met you, I know your voice. I know who you was. You know what I mean? I knew you before. This sound like a Bible scripture. I knew you from you was in the from this sound like a precept. I knew you. You know what I'm saying? But real though, it's like when I actually link up with him finally, it's like me already know who Tweeta Bird was. You know what I mean? Me know him.
When Ya-Ahla tell me, say, Taza know you from back in the days, I was wondering to myself, I wonder if it's the right Tweeta Bird. No. And he must say, yeah, man, him say, remember you're from UK and him have your album. So when you send me your show, I think one time on the show you was talking about the album, and you tell me, I said, okay, yeah, man. So it's the right Tweeta Bird I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, we have the album, man. We have the album, and there was another single, because even before there was a single that may have the single even before may have the album. You understand? And that was the single. I was like, whoa. And then when I saw the album, I never forget. I bought the album, and at the time I bought a Gregory Isaac, and it was Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaac. I think it called Blood Brothers. With the Dennis, the same like how you and Pinchers was on
Pinchers,
one.
Yeah.
And Pinchers have one with Frankie Paul as well, and Pinchers from the flip side. It's like Frankie Paul and on the same front, but half and half, just like yourself. You know what I mean? And when I actually, finally catch up with you, I'm like, I mean, it's been years long after, and then, heard Daniela talking about this Tweeta Bird. I said to him, Tweeta Bird, hold on, Tweeta Bird. Him said, Tweeta Bird. Some say, well, me know a Tweeta Bird, but he's an artist. Him say, yeah, man, same Tweeta Bird. Me said, Tweeta Bird, him sing with Pinchers. Him say, yeah, man, Tweeta Bird, man. Then I'm like, no, man, it can't be Tweeta Bird, because this world, it was just like, what is the odds where this brother I was listening to from
Mhm.
way back, from 80s, late 80s, right up, and then way up in the 2000s. I come finally link with you. I'm like, what? Hey, the Most High is amazing. You know what I
That's
mean?
true. That is true.
So it's like,
2012.
yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So it's almost like a transition from that world. You know,
Mhm.
like the world that Bill Gates them trying to talk about. Oh, we're moving from the old world to the new world.
Mhm.
So we move from their old world to our new world, the Most High world. You understand?
Mhm.
So it's like
That's exactly what happened.
yeah, man. It's like I've been there with you from them time and see you now. You know, it's you know, it's amazing, bro. It's a blessing, man.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. 2012, 2013 was like a restart, a reset.
Mm,
That's why that's why I had the Benjamite to the Tweeta bird now.
yeah.
You know, because most of the stuff you hear me DJing now, I used to have people around. I used to write it for them to
Okay.
DJ, but yeah, it brought me to myself where I had to both singing and both DJing. That's when I had the Benjamite to the Tweeta bird and start this new journey. And it's a blessing. And to be honest, to tell you the honest truth, my brother, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though when I was in the world, I make a little bit of money. You understand? Off the music, but the way all this truth music has been received by the people worldwide is nothing. What I was doing back then is not even compared to what was happening.
Praise the Most.
First time, yeah, I'll praise to the Most High, man. My second Passover in Virginia was when I realized that.
Mm,
Because I walk into that room as a student, just want to take part of the Passover. I didn't walk in there, even though I was putting on music on the internet, I never said the impact the music was having on the people. Even when I saw the numbers going up on music. When I went to that first Passover, a lady came to me and she cried. The
mm.
lady came to me and she cried. She came to me and she said, "You're Benjamin Tweety Bird?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Can I give you a hug?" And I said, "Yes." And she turned to my wife and she said, "You're his wife?" And she said, "Can I give him a hug?" And she said, "Yeah, go ahead." And she hugged me and she said, "Benjamin, you don't know what your son had helped." And she just burst out tears.
Whoa.
And believe me, and she walk away. And brother, she left tears in the back of my eyes.
Mm,
And I
mm.
look at her walking away. And that moment I said, yo, this is some serious stuff. All my life when people come to me when I was younger, because when I was younger, like really young, I had a very fine voice, almost close to like a feminine voice. And
Mm.
people used to come and say, "Brother Benjamin, you can sing." People from all over used to tell me, "Tweeta Bird, you can sing so well." That never came close to that experience with that lady at the Passover. It was a complete different. At that moment, I realized what this music is really going to be. I'll be doing anything. I promise you.
Yeah, man.
Trust me.
A big deal, man, because you know, like I say, I went and I got your album and I have it and you know to date and you know that album been out long time. You know, that album older than my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That album been around for sure. He's a giant. You know, you're not
Yep.
you're not a rookie to this thing. You know what I mean? And you know, one of the things I love about you, the humble. You maintain that humble spirit. You know what I mean? You're not puffed up with it. You know, and you know, I another thing I wanted to ask you. I know normally every year you normally do all these big shows and the reggae shows and these performance. I mean, what's it like? I mean, what's it like now in this lockdown stage?
Right now, it is standstill right now. We can't do them because the restrictions and the places. Because most of these were like in the parks, the reggae fest and the jerk fest and stuff like that. But let me start from the show. All right. When I left the club, I wasn't doing no show for years. Nothing at all. I was just sitting at home doing music. And then when Elder Gaja formed my music, I introduced me to the community. We started doing that. So now, lady have this show keeping every year, and I said to myself, when I'm not doing no shows, and all the entertainers that live in Maryland that I used to perform with, I see them still doing shows. And I was like, I call the lady. And I said to her, I don't even need any money. I just want to be a part of the show. And she said, okay, I can fit you on, of course. And I went there. This was my first time going out into this audience, introducing, righteous truth music to them and speaking of Christ. Because we know most of the artists from Jamaica who are positive are always come in the name of Ya-Ahla Selassie and Jah. So no, I'm doing something new. Many people have gotten to a point where they don't even believe in the Bible. And for you to come back and saying Christ and God and Holy Spirit, to some people it seems like you're taking a step backward. So I was faced with this. And when I went, I prayed before I performed, literally prayed. When they showed me the list and showed me where I was going to perform next. And when the other guy was singing, I was just back there praying to the Most High, just asking him to let every word that come out of my mouth is his word, to bring glory unto him and no glory unto myself. And praying. And brother, when I went out there, I was speaking. I will tell you the truth, the spirit of the Most High was upon me. I was speaking to the people and I didn't care. All the fear went away. I was speaking 1.5 minutes between every song. I was speaking to them about the times we're living in and, why the world was in this situation. And brother, when I did that show, I told myself that this lady was not going to call me back for the show again. Even though I didn't say anything bad. But seriously, I literally think that she was going to say, Benjamite, not trying to do a church. She invited me again and given 4 more shows for the rest of the year. And for like 4 or 5 years, she gave me the 4 shows every year. I've been working with this lady and highly received by the people. Highly received by the people, my brother.
I watched a couple of them.
When I come off stage,
I watched a couple of them shows, yeah.
I go backstage and people coming back there to me and I'm like, I'm not expecting nobody to even look at me after, doing that. And I said, so show me that there's people out there that want to hear this truth, trust me, they're so tired of dealing with what's going on and they want that truth. So I give thanks to this lady because so far, since 2014, 6 years, she's the only person that booked me for any show. And before COVID, DC, Maryland, is always having a whole lot of shows and they just never seem to call me on the show since I started. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Elaine and her husband. Much love.
Yeah, man, praise the Most High, man, because, the work, the work has to be done. And I watched, I can't remember which one it was, but there was one that I'm not sure if it was live or what, but I saw it on your page. I was watching it.
Yeah, I always post them up every year. It's like 4 or 5 shows you do every year.
Yeah, man, I was watching that, and boy, it's right now we at the 11th hour, you know what I mean, and we just have to just steadfast and keep the faith and keep the journey and continue plug the truth same way, nothing not change, nothing can't change,
Can't change.
Yeah, man, I have to just stay still and and boy, every time I talk to you is just merry, just a nice vibe, just a nice reasoning, and it's almost like, because you know what, in my head I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna do an average of probably 40 minutes and thing, and right now me and your reason is almost an hour.
Well, all praises to the Most High,
Yeah,
man.
man,
It's a long time since we really reason like it's massive, so a good look.
For real, man, because another thing, like I said, the we're gonna invite you on the Truant Nation as well, and definitely make you endorse that. So we're definitely looking forward to do some more work with you, and I myself looking forward to do some work with you too. You know what I mean? So I had to reach out to you. You know what I mean? Because like I say, you're my brother. And it's all love and respect and honors. And manners.
Yeah, man, I respect it, man. Likewise, my brother, man. I truly appreciate it. Trust me.
Yeah, man. But me definitely want that tune still now, Benji. I can't breathe. Yeah.
One.
I can't breathe.
Okay. Oh yeah. The live performance you're talking about, right?
Yeah, man. More that tune, man. So So
I agree to see you, man. But they were home a couple days this week. I know them pagan holiday coming up, so I've definitely been home some days off. So
yeah,
that's sweet of time. Yeah.
yeah. So definitely, we link up and see what we can do, and we have a couple of videos and things to do as well. So, we definitely link up on that one. You know what I mean? So, if you have anyone you want to give a shout out, just give a shout out, and definitely,
Yeah, yeah. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Ya-Ahla. Ya-Ahla coming from we were like 4 years old. Into all the bad times and good times together, we carry the truth together, administering the word. So I want to give a shout out to Ya-Ahla. Want to give a shout out to Elder Gaja. I want to big up Jeremiah. And the UK body, I must say to the whole UK body, I want to thank you guys a lot for the support, because when I did that song, Judah Rise, you guys pushed that song and helped to get this word out. So UK is like the birth of this music, the truth music for Better Benjamite. And I want to thank all the brothers and sisters in the UK. Taz, I want to thank you too for endorsing and bringing me forth, to reason with the brothers and sisters. But heal up everyone, man. I want to heal up GFCC worldwide. Big up all the elders and the four corners of the earth. And big up Ra'ash, big up Jeremiah Gang, big up Denton from over there in Jamaica and the whole body. Yeah, man, one love. If I miss anybody out, forgive me. But no, it's one love for all people,
yeah,
Blessed love. Yeah, man. Yeah.
man, of respect, man, and like I said, people, remember to subscribe and Truth Music Radio YouTube. If you're watching this, make sure you click the button. As Benjamite said, YouTube is this. What you say? What them do? Them are
Unsubscribing.
unsubscribe people. So
Unsubscribing people.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to click the bell and share it and make this thing go global, because as you see, the pagan, they're trying to ramp up and start to cut these things back. You know what I mean? So we have to do as much as we can. So subscribe and to get updates on anything we post. So Benjamin, give out your medium one more time before we leave the forum.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram is Benjamite Brown. YouTube is Benjamite Tweeta Bird. Yeah, man, that's the only three for right now.
All right. Yeah, man, big up yourself, my brother in Christ every time. It's all love and honors and enough manners. So you don't know, enough respect, and may I link you still, because we have some work for the brother.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
So thank you for being on the Raw Talent show right here on Truth Music. Raw. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Benji.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Yeah, man,
Shalom.
blessed love. Greetings to all people, man. Blessed love.
Yeah, man, blessings.
All right.
Yeah.